Well, Tesla's burning rubber, though. Ford, we're seeing that stock hit the brakes. As you can see there, that stock off by about 7%. The automaker is sinking on lower year-end guidance despite a quarterly earnings beat. Ford posting adjusted earnings per share of 34 cents on revenue of $36.99 billion. But we should note, automotive revenue dropped 2% to $33.9 billion. Guys, the company blamed its lower guidance on weak China demand and higher than expected warranty costs as well. Jack, you were just talking about Tesla being the standout as traditional automakers continue to struggle. Ford today proving to be one of those struggling.
Yes, they are. I mean, this is a lot to do with the trade war that's going on. And, unfortunately, we're going to take these hiccups and, companies like Ford, who put a lot of money into expanding into China and have a significant presence there now. This really touches your bottom line. Whenever you have all these trade issues going back and forth. So it's not a surprise to me that they missed.
I mean, I think a lot of companies, we've heard a lot of companies use the U.S.-China trade wars as a really convenient and handy excuse for why they haven't done very well. While I'm sure U.S.-China trade is weighing on that company, if you really think about Ford as a whole company and what they put out, the cars that they put out, how many cars do you know of from Ford that people want to drive? We're in an era where people are looking for more innovation in the automobiles that they drive, and Ford is not winning there. They're not ahead of the curve. We're in an era where you have a lot of crossovers, and Ford is also behind on the game there. I just think that Ford doesn't really have a product that people really want anymore. They have their big trucks, the F-150, that is still incredibly popular for them, a huge seller for them. But in terms of their other cars, their other vehicles, where are you seeing the growth there? Where are you seeing the popularity? Where are you seeing the innovation? It doesn't exist. So yes, U.S.-China trade is definitely wearing on them. But at a time when global automobile sales and demand is starting to wane, this is a company that really needs to get behind the ball and figure out a new product that people are going to want to purchase, or at least revamp the offerings that they already have.
That's a good point. I mean, when we talk about it, it's not just Ford who has really doubled down on SUVs and trucks. We've seen that trend across the automotive sector. Of course, the F-150, as you note, has been their mainstay for a while now.
Right.
But we've seen Ford/Jobs continue to focus on what's been working for them. But you got to wonder, I mean, if everyone else is also focusing on trucks and SUVs, how do you stand out, really?
They're getting rid of sedans. They're doubling down on the F-150, doubling down on the Explorer, but that's not going to save this company. This is a company that was supposed to be turning their things around. They're not doing it.
Yeah, and I think they were really focused on and thought that they'd get more demand out of China. I think the cars that we don't like as Americans, I think they thought they could sell over there. And so that can hurt you a little bit. And, we're in America, we drive bigger cars. And, we have different demand. And so I agree with you. Ford needs to pick it up, especially when it comes to their mid-sized and smaller size vehicles.
Yeah. And you wonder, I mean, what that might do. I mean, when we talk about the automotive space and how big the opportunity in China is, what that means as Tesla moves over there and continues to push their EVs. Obviously a big country, especially when it comes to electric vehicles.